Hi guys, today I'll be demonstrating my node-based REST API for collection and resources using Postman. I'll use Restify to handle my endpoints, the module request for collection and resources. Then I will use node-persist to interact with a local database using the traditional CRUD methods to post, get, put, and delete. So meaning that I will add a new recipe into my database. I'll be able to delete, I'll be able to update, and I'll be able to list all of them. Once added, I will be able to create a user. So add the user, confirm a user, and delete a user. So to get started, I'm just going to run nodemon. So it keeps my server running. That's why this module is from. As you can see here, everything is okay. It gives me success message and the port that is using to run. Right now I'm going to Postman. I already got my link, my URL set it up. I've got my method, get method, and all I have to do is send, and it should give me a message back. There you go. Add the endpoint recipes to preview the recipes. What this means is that we're gonna make a call to the external API to receive some data. So I'll go ahead and do that. Just take the slash off. There you go. That's the data that I get back from the external API. But that's a random data. Let's say if I want to search for a type of data, for example, pizza, right? I just enter my query string in here as a key and value. Type pizza for that. Press send, and there you go. You get a different type of pizzas. Now I want to be able to add this data into my database. For me to do that, I need to register first. So I need to add a new user, confirm the user, and then I'll be able to do the other features in my web API. So I'll go ahead and do that by going to the users endpoint and selecting the post method, going into the body, selecting raw and JSON format, giving a username to, let's say, test 1 2 3 4, and a password. I'll just make the same for simplicity. So test 1 2 3 4, and poster. I get 201, which has been created, but now I need to confirm my user, and to do that I have to go back to the console, take this link here, which in real life would be a confirmation email, go back into Postman, change the password into confirmation because we want to confirm the user, paste the code that you just received into the confirmation key, set my endpoint to users confirm because we want to confirm the user, and set the method to post, and then press enter. You get a 201 confirming that the user has been added to the database. And now we are able to use the other features in the web API, such as seeing all the data that is already in my database, which at the moment I don't have anything, so we should get an empty database. And there you go, you get an empty database because I don't have anything in there, but I do want to add some stuff in there. So to do that, I'll just go back to my recipe just to get some data from the external API. So I'll then go into the favorites endpoint, set the method post, go into body, put the data we just got from the external API, and the post, and I should save the data into my database. And now let's check if they have actually been added. So I'll go again to the favorites endpoint, select the get method, and I should return every single thing that I've got inside my database, which are the two recipes that I've just added with ID 12340 and 12341. Now I'm going to get a single item from my database. To do that, I have to go into favorites ID. So by putting this slash, I'm telling go to this ID, go and get this specific recipe, and I should get the 123. There you go. And now I'm going to update the same. Recipe, and to do that, I have to go into put body, as I already had the recipe here. All I'm going to do is just set the ID to 12340 because that's the one we want to update. And I'm just going to remove all of the ingredients and add something of my own, such as something better, just for testing purpose. And if you do send, you should get a 200. Yep, I think it has been updated. And if you just go to the get 12340 and get method, and there you go. As you can see, it has been updated. But just to confirm, I'll just get every single thing that I've got in my database by going into the favorites endpoint. And as you can see, it has been updated. And now for my last bit, I'm just going to delete the 12340 item recipe by going into favorites ID again, put the ID of the recipe that I want to delete, but this time I'm going to choose the delete method, which is this one. So all I have to do now is send. There you go, favorites been deleted. And you can actually confirm that by going into node-persist test 123 because that's the user, and we've only got one data in there. So I'll just navigate into modules folder, do es linked and the module name. So we're gonna start with the favorites.js, and there's no errors or warnings. we're going to proceed to the next one, which is users, not errors or warnings. We're going to do, I'll just double check, I'll do authorization, and globals module as well. Globals. And the database module. As you can see, there's no warnings or errors. I'm just gonna demonstrate how I split my code up. And the way I've done is I've got different folders for my node-persist, my modules, and my specs. So starting with my specs, I've got some unit testings for my favorites and my recipe search route. This is for my unit test. And in my module folders, I'll have my authorization, database, favorites, globals, recipe search routes, and users modules. For my node-persist, I'll have my favorites and I'll have my users folder, which will store the users' favorites and users detail once they register. And down here, I will have my main module, my main file, which is app.js, and that contains all the endpoints I need. Now I'm just going to show my commits history, the branches I've made, and the merging. By going to commits in my repository folder, you can see every single commit that I've made since I started this project, and it goes over a month. In total, I've got 32 commits, and now I'm just going to show the branches I made. So here I've got 2 branches. Now I'm just going to show some unit testing by going into the spec folders, and I'm just going to run npm test, and that will give me all the tests I've done. There you go.